Hi guys, welcome back to Fresh Take. Might not have all been able to travel abroad this summer, but worry not. In this episode you'll be feeling sunned up in Spain, enjoying these crispy mini churros. We'll be doing a couple of garnishes with them. I've got a Dulce de Leche that's super easy, and I'm also mixing it up with my own fresh take with a tequila and lime dip. So let's jump straight in. For the churros we're going to need 145 grams of plain flour. We've also got 250 ml of water, 60 grams of unsalted butter diced up, an egg, about 1 teaspoon of table salt, about a teaspoon of vanilla extract or vanilla essence, and then we've got about a tablespoon of cast sugar for the actual churro mix, and then we're also going to need some extra for dusting it afterwards, which we're going to mix with this ground cinnamon. So for the all important sauces, we've got our condensed milk, and that's all we're going to need for our Dulce de Leche. You might know how to do this already, I'm going to talk you through it. We've got our 1 shot of tequila, and we've also got 1 shot of lime juice. COVID's got us all down, we really need this tequila right now. We've also got 200 grams of icing sugar. So for the Dulce de Leche, you might have done this before, it's so easy. I didn't believe it the first time that I did it, but it really does work. We're going to put our tin in a pan that has the right height to fit the tin. Fill it with water. You guys can put a cloth underneath this to stop the rattling of the tin. And then we're just going to put this on the stove at medium heat for about 2.5 to 3 hours. And that's it. Beautiful Dulce de Leche caramel. Done. Just going to take this out now, let it cool down, and then we're going to crack it open. You can already see it's completely different to your condensed milk you started with. Dulce de Leche literally translating to sweet milk. Dark brown, golden caramel. Is it cheating? Maybe, but you can't get a caramel like this with just butter and sugar. It would have gelatinated slightly, so we're just going to put this in a bowl and whisk it before we serve it. But for now we're just going to put it to one side and get the churros made. So for the churros we're going to need a decent sized pan. We're going to add in our diced butter. We're going to add our water. We've got our tablespoon of sugar and our teaspoon of salt. I'm just going to put this on a high heat on the stove and bring it to the boil. Simple. While it's still hot, we're going to add in our flour. Ideally you want to do this over the stove to cook out the flour, but as the pan's still hot, I'm just going to go for it here. Mixing it until it becomes a smooth paste. And then we're just going to transfer this into a bowl. Here I'm going to put it into a KitchenAid bowl. I'm just going to leave it to cool down. Once it's cool, we're going to add our egg and our vanilla extract, and we're going to whisk it all together so you get a nice smooth dough using the whisk attachment on your standing mixer. Voila, as they say in some European countries. So we're going to put this into a piping bag. Here I've just got a pretty cheap plastic one with the star nozzle on it. These are quite small churros, so if you want a bigger churro, you can use a bigger nozzle for it. So for the coating, we're just going to put together our sugar. Honestly, as much as you want, and as much cinnamon as you want. I've gone for about a tablespoon here, but if you love cinnamon and want more of a kick from it, then go for more. Or you could really mix it up and put some freeze-dried berries blended up through the sugar, or even crushed up honeycomb, or simply just some lime zest or lemon zest to give it a nice citrusy tang. So moving on to our tequila dip, we've got our icing sugar with our lime juice and our shot of tequila. If you're not a massive fan of Dulce de Leche, then have this just drizzled over the top, or even a good scoop of ice cream with this on top of it. It's 2020, let's put a bit more tequila in there. And we're just going to mix this all together. Really simple dip that I just made up. If you've got some fresh limes kicking around, a nice zest of them going through it would be beautiful. So moving on to the final stage of this, had to change the piping bag because it just exploded on my first attempt. And we've got a pair of scissors here as well. And all we're going to do, got the deep fat fryer set to about 180, 190. I'm just going to pipe it out and snip it off. As you can see, I'm not a piping pro. Got leakages left, right and centre going on here. Keep going until you've got maybe 6 to 8 in your fryer at once, just so you don't have the first lot cooked while the other ones are still completely raw. Give them enough time, shuffling them around so they don't all stick together until they've got a light golden colour on them. Then we're going to lift them out, drain them a little bit and throw them straight into our sugar while they're hot. You want to do it while they're hot and still got a little bit of grease around them, then the sugar will nicely stick to it. The best part. Then we're just going to fish them out and set them to one side. Fry off as many as you can handle, and then you can freeze the rest of the mix and get it out any time to fry. And here we have it all together. Our churros, our dulce de leche, our tequila and lime dip. Stunning. Who says you need to go abroad to feel like you're on holiday? We're bringing Spain to your kitchen. Crispy, but smooth on the inside. Sugary, rich with that dulce de leche, but then sharp and sour with that tequila and lime dip. Beautiful. And yes, I do realise that I've pronounced dulce de leche wrong this whole video. Cheers for watching, guys, and like always, the recipe for this video is seen below in the description. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at RumandRolo for more content, and like, comment, share and subscribe to these videos. Catch you next time. This has been Fresh Take.